Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. It's caught by Roberts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Watch the safety creep. 8.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to float this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Easy. Guys, escape situation. Let's go. Jump out. Right, check. Hey, exit. I got you, boy. Check.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. On the spin. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Gun. Number 28, Mike, he's coming. Here we go. Watch the pass. Mike 28. Push him back. Tight dog.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gun.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. A screen to Bell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep, Julian Edelman. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
61, match box, Mike. Mike is 59, Mike to 59. I got 59.
On first down, Rodgers. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards. A first down carry now for Miller. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On second down now, it's Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. To throw is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, wait. Jim. Stay at home. Yeah, live. Check 59, Mike. Hey, Haywood. 59.
Here's Rodgers, throwing again. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Slam.
Here's Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 25, check 25. Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
coming to you. Boom. Buzz. Be ready.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check tight. Hey, Echo. Mike, you don't know no better. Hey, Mike.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Looking long for his tight end read. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second and 9, Newton. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on third and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Edelman. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. Caught by Jones. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Let's go, baby.
A gain of 15. First down, Tampa Bay.
You 58. 59. Mike to 59. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stop your body.
Now it's Rodgers. And this one complete to Reed. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Shit, man. Shit. Jump.
A first down carry for Henry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers buying time to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Jim! 59, Mike, 50. Hey, check. Mike, check. Hey, Delta.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch up. Check 52. Gun.
They'll go again with Bell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Newton. That's complete. It's Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Check three.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Seam 6.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
On first down, Miller, and an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Eluding the pressure right. Complete to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 21-14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Bell, and spins away. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Everson Griffin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Ginn. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
258. Next one. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Next one.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. Jones has it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Clayton Gathers makes the stop. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 8.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now it's Ginn. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Hey, Orbit. Y'all playing pretty good.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check, 59. Oh, that punt.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a boom. 50. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe. Hey. Wide. Get the one. Let's box. Right. Watch the whip.
They fake the give. Newton. He'll bite, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Everson Griffin, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's checking. Watch the twist.
They'll run with Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Switch.
Box it.
Again, it's Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Shift.
Hey, take 26. Shift.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. To throw is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
88.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Edelman. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bucs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.